3 more bodies were recovered from a Manhattan neighborhood following the crash of a giant construction crane that toppled over the weekend. The crane fell and crushed a residential building in Manhattan on Saturday, killing 7 construction workers and injuring more than 10 others.
In response to growing concerns over crane safety, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration recently released new crane and derrick safety standards. Some of the most important provisions in the new standards include operator certification, qualification requirements for hand signal personnel, qualifications of maintenance and repair employees, requirements for ground condition inspection, and requirements for crane inspection. You may find it amusing that your barber or bartender have to have a license, but a crane operator doesn't. That has changed. Crane operators will be given 4 years to obtain certification, and the certification costs will be incurred by their employer. The rules will affect more than 4.8 million employees of crane and construction companies nationwide. All of these workers will have to be made aware of the rule changes and will have to be trained to work in compliance to the new standards. The employer must provide training as follows. Overhead power lines. The employer must train each operator and crew member assigned to work with the equipment on all of the following. Procedures to be followed in the event of electrical contact with the power line. Such training must include information regarding the danger of electrocution from the operator simultaneously touching the equipment and the ground, the importance of the operator's safety remaining inside the cab except where there is an imminent danger of fire, explosion, or other emergency that necessitates leaving the cab. The safest means of evacuating from equipment that may be energized. The danger of the potentially energized zone around the equipment, step potential. The need for crew in the area to avoid approaching or touching the equipment or load. Safe clearance distance from power lines. Power lines are presumed to be energized unless the utility owner-operator confirms that the power line has been and continues to be de-energized and visibly grounded at the worksite. Power lines are presumed to be uninsulated unless the utility owner-operator or a registered engineer who is a qualified person with respect to electrical power transmission and distribution confirms that the line is insulated. The limitations of an insulating link device, proximity alarm, and range control device if used. The procedures to be followed to properly ground equipment and the limitations of grounding. In addition, employees working as dedicated spotters must be trained to enable them